Hello everybody, welcome back to Film Domain, and today's little project that we did is sort of a little collaboration between everybody who works on the channel and all of the members that we have on the channel. It's not entirely everybody, unfortunately. Some people have been busy, which is understandable. It is life after all, it ain't a video game, right? So yeah, this is going to be my entry for the little Halloween special that we're doing here. Basically, every one of us is going to be submitting a video. Well, not a video, an audio take or a paragraph or so, choosing a movie that we want to watch or like for Halloween. So with that being said, the movie I'm going to be choosing, one I recommend you watch during Halloween, is a little movie called Cloverfield. Now, Cloverfield is, I think it's directed by J.J. Abrams, which he's responsible partially for the new Star Wars movies and the new Star Trek movies. The J.J. lens flare might be a thing you're familiar with, right, in Star Trek. But going back to the movie, Cloverfield is not about clovers. No, nothing about them four-leaf clovers in this movie. It's not really a lucky movie for the characters in this movie, but yeah, I won't spoil too much, but the movie's been out for a while, so maybe I should spoil it for you guys. So it's a found footage style film. A bunch of dudes like at a party, you know, from what I remember, and they're in New York City. Now, New York City most famously known for getting attacked by the financial crisis and getting attacked by a Godzilla ripoff, right? But that's besides the point. Oh yeah, and King Kong too, right? So New York City's been through some monstrous events through its lifetime in cinema and IRL. Now, this is going to be another monster situation. So this big giant-ass monster comes from, I presume, the sky or the depths of the sea. It's kind of ambiguous where the creature actually came from, or another dimension. Who knows? But so what ends up happening is the people who are at the party, who are partying it up and doing a lot of cool party stuff, people, right? They end up filming the entire situation of them trying, get out of the city, seeing the military show up, trying to shoot down the monster and, failing essentially, and seeing how the monster replicates and such, and just seeing how everything just goes to shit, how everything just falls apart around everybody, and how basically they're realizing, yeah, you know what, we're kind of insignificant here, we're just little ants, this thing could kill us at any moment, so yeah, maybe we should get out of here. They go through the subway system, and that's where they get attacked by some little, crawly creatures. So one of the main abilities the monster has in this movie, it's its ability to self-replicate at a smaller level. Basically, it has, little drone minions it sends out from its body. They separate from it, and they become kind of like foot soldiers for the big monster. And what ends up happening here is if you get attacked, you get slashed, we're kind of going off here by zombie movie rules here. If you get bitten, you're infected. If you get slashed or bitten, you're infected in this movie as well. Now you're probably wondering, okay, so what happens? You mutate into some, gnarly creature, right? No, not exactly. From what I understand, you don't. But hey, I think there's comic books and such, so maybe you do in those. But from what I can tell, the established canon, basically they lay eggs inside of you from what happens, and they end up bursting out of your stomach or your chest. So, yay, a callback to Aliens and the chest bursters, right? But overall, not a good way to go. So, yeah, they lose some people there in the subway tunnels because of that. And what ends up happening in the movie is the U.S. military decides to, carpet bomb the monster with, I think, a B-2 bomber, I think. I'm not sure if they went with a tactical nuke at the very end of the movie, although I think that's where they probably should have been going with it. Our characters almost escape, but by some directorial interference, they get shot down from their helicopter from the monster itself, and they all promptly die. No one makes it out alive, except the footage, right? It is a found footage film overall. So that's the overall gist of the movie. I'm really missing a lot of parts of it, but then again, that's not a review. It's not a review. It's a small little tidbit of a movie I think you should see for this Halloween season. And that's my pick for this little project, Cloverfield. This has been me, Taco Talkin'. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys want to see the movie, go pick it up on DVD, Blu-ray, or on any streaming service. It'll probably be on there. So there you have it. If you guys haven't seen the rest of the entries that have been shown off by my fellow compatriots, make sure to stay tuned for that. And if you've already saw them, previously, then awesome. I hope you enjoyed them. As always, guys, we will catch you fellas and fellers and ladies later.
Hello there, Domainers. This is Phil Milner coming at you with his selection for a Halloween or scary movie that is great to watch during the month of October. Now, I know that there's a lot of obvious ones out there, but I want to call some attention to maybe a horror movie that a lot of people aren't aware of, and that is Satan's Little Helper. Satan's Little Helper is about a little boy who is very into this new video game of some kind, and he finds an older gentleman out on the street who is dressed like a character from this video game. And of course, he thinks that's super cool, and this older guy happens to take him under his wing and is a serial killer. and he basically has the little boy unknowingly help him commit murders around the town on Halloween night. It is a pretty good B horror movie, and it's definitely not the greatest, but it's definitely a lot of fun to watch, and I think it's something you should check out this Halloween season if you get the chance.
For my movie pick, it's not necessarily the scariest horror film, but it's certainly the Halloween horror film. It's Trick or Treat, and nothing permeates the spirit of the season more than this film. It takes me back to the days of the Tales of the Dark Side episodes on Halloween. The Tricks or Treats. It's just this wonderful little macabre with a mythology to it, and all of these little short stories in this Halloween urban town that seems to interlap with each other. Secrets and twists and turns and characters and villains, and a trickster archetype that lurks around in the name of Sam that just sort of embodies Halloween. You can't get through Halloween without having watched this film at least once in your life, and maybe every Halloween season dig it out and give it a good old watch. It's definitely not the scariest, not the best acted maybe, but it is fun, and it's just it does good in my little Pumpkin King heart every year.
When I was lucky enough to be part of this video on our favorite horror films, I knew I would want to pick one that truly scared me. Not in a jump scare, cheap kind of way, but the psychological torment that can only come from a well-written story. And all that comes together in The Babadook. This film tells the story of a mother who is raising a son who has severe mental issues and special needs. It tells the relatable story that many parents who raise special needs kids can relate to, but add in the fact, a spectral force that feeds on the negative emotions that the mother feels about her son at times, and the genuine hate she feels for him at times, and pushes her to fatally harm her son. It genuinely gets right what is needed for me to feel invested in a story, and that is a relatable and interesting character and setting. It doesn't rely on a monster stalking them, though it does have that, but it more so relies on the story about the negative feelings of a mother that has culminated in real-life awful circumstances, which only adds to the horror surrounding the story. I'm going to avoid spoilers here, honestly, but I truly wish I had an entire video to dive deeper into the implications of the story, but all I can say right now is you have missed out if you did not watch this film. Go watch it right now.
Ha!